Hey guys, welcome to the show today. Somebody got her first birthday present! Yay! It's a teepee! It's a teepee! Oh, standing on her own in her teepee. Standing on her own in her teepee. Caitlin always wanted to get her little teepee, and now she has one. You like it? You like it? Yeah. Wow, so cool in here. Oh yeah. Hangout spot, got your little basketball. It's all peace and love in the teepee, you know what's up? Privacy, baby privacy. Whoa, hi. Hey, there's a window here. Hi. Yeah. Hi. So Asian Fox wants to know, are we planning to move back to Canada when Summer gets older and is ready for preschool, or are we going to stay in Vietnam throughout her childhood? And are we going to make Summer take any extracurricular activities like music related or something athletic? For the Canada, I mean, have an undisclosed amount of time that we need to be here until we accomplish what we came here to do. And then for the school stuff, I mean, we are just getting into that. We haven't even thought about it really that much. Even when we were in Canada, I was like questioning the scholastic school system in Canada. So I don't know about Vietnam, but.
Definitely the type of people that aren't gonna put her in like kindergarten or like preschool. Maybe kindergarten, I think kindergarten, but preschool, like she's just gonna be at home until she needs to start learning. But we still have so much research to do, so we don't even know.
Like I've never as an adult had to think about that, and she's almost only a year, so we only kind of really pre-thinking about it, but the homeschooling is like an option, and then like, yeah, I don't know yet. Anything music related or something athletic? Personally, I want to open every door for her and let her dabble in it, and whatever she gravitates to, that's what she gravitates to.
Yeah, like we're super into her doing something musical, doing something athletic, doing something scholastic, doing something, anything that she's interested in. We're gonna let her do whatever she wants. But in terms of like classes for baby, like before she can decide what she wants to do, we go to some stuff that involves music, and she really likes it, so.
Yeah. And I try to put a basketball in her hand every day. Margarita D asks, are you two planning to have any more babies? Also, is this the home for the rest of your lives? Are you guys planning to sign Summer up for any school daycares? FYI, I just tried Pho for the very first time. Yummy. Congratulations on the Pho. Are we planning to have more kids?
Yes. We want to have one more if it's a boy. And if the next one's a girl, we'll have two more until we have a boy.
Not two more until we have a boy. So like, next one the boy, we stop. Hopefully it's a boy. If it's a girl, we'll roll that dice one more time.
Maybe.
Maybe. And part two of that question, have we signed her up for any schools or daycares or anything? She does the dance classes that you've seen it before, the Boogie Bugs, but besides that, she's pretty young for anything.
Yeah. Lana Liu asks, living abroad, how long can you stay in Vietnam before going back to Canada? Is the banking system reliable in Vietnam? And what is your biggest challenge so far as expats? So our visas allow us to stay in Vietnam for 6 months at a time, and our visas expire in 5 years. So in 5 years, we'll have to renew our visas, but every 6 months, we have to leave the country.
There is a way, I don't know if there is a way, but someone sent me a link. Apparently there's a way to stay and do it.
Okay.
And maybe we'll do it that way this next time. As far as banking, we take ATM and it's pretty good.
We haven't opened up a bank account yet, but we do plan to once I start working full time. And our biggest challenge so far as expats, what is our biggest challenge? Me personally is the language barrier.
Biggest challenge for me so far, I'm a really like what's that? Hypochondriac? Like the cleanliness. I'm a neat for like cleanliness, bathroom cleanliness. Oh, it's a hot one. We're back here at the Fat Pig. They got good lunch specials happening and good barbecue. All right, Mega Boom Boom 88.
Mega Boom Boom.
Ask, where do you plan on traveling / living next? Can't give that away because if you've seen my we're leaving Vietnam or leaving Nha Trang video, I like suspense. Sorry about that. I'm not a mouse. What's the first thing you'd eat upon returning back home to Canada?
Ooh. First thing I would eat when we got back to Canada would probably be... I don't even know.
I don't even know.
Oh my god, I would eat it all.
It would be a full day of eating because obviously that's
Whoa, day? It would be a full week of eating.
Well, the first thing, I don't know. I'm gonna go out there and say maybe like a steak prime rib dinner. Canadian beef, you know? Good Canadian beef.
My first meal back would be steak tartare at Bistro Wagon Rouge.
Ooh,
on Hastings in Vancouver.
Oh, now that's gotta be my first meal too. That steak tartare sounds amazing.
Well, we would be together, so.
Yeah. Next question, Tulan Cattell. Brian, were your parents Vietnamese? And where / how did you meet Caitlin? And were you born in Canada? We'll tell the story of how we met later on. Yes, I was born in Canada.
Hi. I just wanted to say hi, everyone. Everyone see me?
Say hi. Say hi. Oh, now you're quiet.
Now you're quiet.
Now you don't want to talk.
Yes, I was born in Montreal, Quebec, and my parents are Vietnamese. You should check out the video, My Vietnamese Roots. It's a good one.
Oh, hi. Can you tell everyone how you doing today? You happy today? Yeah? Oh, right in the lens. Daddy's gonna love that. Oh, put your dirty fingerprints all over the lens. Oh, I'm gonna cry about it because you can't. Oh, now you're happy about it.
Checking out this new coffee joint. We're taking a lot of Ubers today because we're just running around trying to get like errands done and stuff like that. Good time for the Q&A. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this name, but Toi Bui wants to know, how's the healthcare system for you guys over there? What about Samsung's education when she gets older?
Okay.
Love y'all videos. Healthcare over here, there's hospitals, like we don't have a healthcare medical plan because going into it, we just decided that, and some people go this route, that you'll just pay as you go when you need some healthcare. It's so affordable. So
there's different types of hospitals and healthcare around here, like super Western style hospitals and healthcare, or Vietnamese healthcare and clinics and stuff like that. We have Western style clinics starred on our maps if we ever do need to go. And the one time that we went to a clinic in Nha Trang, it was okay, cheap, the service was decent. Luckily nothing was wrong with Summer, so everything went well.
Samsung's education, we talked about that before. We're not really sure yet. That's still something that is ways away, and we're only just starting to discuss it and do research about it, so yeah. I love when the Uber driver asks you directions. It's like, man, I don't know the directions, that's why I called you.
And also you have 5 stars. How do you have 5 stars?
Sang wants to know, if money and time weren't an issue, which other cities in Vietnam would you like to visit in the future? Ooh, good question.
First on my list would be Da Lat, and then second on my list would be Da Nang, and then third on my list would be Phu Quoc,
Yeah.
and then fourth on my list would be Ho Chi Minh City, because our first time there wasn't a great experience, and I know that I think I would like it if we spent time there now.
I also want to throw in Ninh Binh in there because it just looks beautiful. So
Where's Ninh Binh?
Ninh Binh is like somewhere up north here. It's close by.
Huh, we should go.
It's that thing where I showed you the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Great question. Annie G wants to know, how long are we staying in Vietnam for? what do you do for work, and can you get Summer's booster shots in Vietnam if you guys believe in them. No judging if you don't, because she's planning to move here once her little one is 6 months, which is basically what we did.
Cool. Good luck.
How long are we staying here? We are staying here for an indeterminate amount of time. We're not sure. Whenever our goals have been reached and we do what we need to do, then we'll take it back home. What do you do for work? I'm a full-time YouTuber. Like, that is why we moved out here. You know, I'm chasing this dream and I want to work for myself. I want to create videos for myself, and that's what we're doing out here. We're giving, you know, we moved out here to be able to afford to give us the time to grow this channel and the brand. So that's what I do. Caitlin?
I'm an ESL teacher, so I teach English to Vietnamese children. Ages, right now I'm doing ages 6, a class of ages 6 and a class of ages 9. But in July, I start a full-time job where I'll be teaching ranging from 15 months all the way to 9-year-olds.
And booster shots. Yes, we do believe in them. We also waited till 6 months to travel so that Summer would have all her shots and everything. And the booster comes at 1 year's. It's the MMP, measles, mumps, and something.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure the exact booster, what it's for. I know that it's the measles and bumps.
Measles and something. That happens the end of this month, so we're gonna start figuring out. I know it's available here because our doctor already told us it's available here. We just have to do some more fine-tuning research about it, and that's it.
We basically just want to be able to find the same exact brand that is given in Canada here.
Detroit Dave wants to know, when's the collab with Best Ever Food Review Show happening?
Who is that?
That's that sunny guy with the bandana and does all the Vietnamese.
He did the pigeon thing?
Pigeon thing.
Or the
river rat?
Yeah, rat.
Yeah. I don't know. I dropped him a message on his YouTube channel. He says, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I hit him up on Facebook Messenger. No response as of yet. I'm sure he's really busy. If you guys want to see any collabs, like wherever you are, drop the Pho Your Eyes in there, you know, and then tell them that you want to see a faux collab or something. Like, I think the viewers will help get a lot more of these collabs happening than me just reaching out to people, because so far we're not having a good batting average here. It's
hard though. It's hard to, like, first of all, being a YouTuber is a lot of work. It's 24/7, especially if you're doing a video a day like Brian is. So to find extra time to be able to reach out to people who are also doing the exact same thing, it's really hard to, like, make it work. Like, he's been trying to do collabs and he's been working with other YouTubers, but it just takes some time to get there.
Even my boy Benjamin, you know, he like literally lives down the road to us. I haven't seen him since the last time we went out to eat together, because he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. So I understand it's difficult. All right, Bill Presser, how did you guys meet? Were you a chef back home, or do you just love cooking? Have you considered doing some collabs with other YouTubers like Serpensa and Lao Wai? Maybe do some other trips to other countries? Have you ever reached out to Kyle Lay or Yavato to do an episode with them? Love your videos and always love your positive attitude. Thank you very much, Bill Presser. How did you guys meet? We're gonna save that one because everyone wants to know that one, so we'll just do one big one.
No, we're building this up to be something that it's not so amazing.
Yeah, no, it was like...
It's really not that cool how we met.
Not
like
at all.
Super
just,
random.
Yeah, like it's a normal story. It's nothing like, oh man, yeah, it was good. I flew my drone and it like crashed into her, and then like, no, it wasn't any of that.
Were you a chef back home?
Were you a chef back home? No, I was never a chef back home, because, you know, to be a chef, you have to go to school, and then you have to do an apprenticeship, and then you have to get something in Canada anyway. It's called your Red Seal, and that is like, that's a process, and that's like a journey of its own. So I personally think to call myself a chef would be like taking away from that process and everything. So no, I'm not a chef, but I'm a cook. Doorbell. Caitlin forgot she's getting some back treatment happening. Okay, we're back. It's nighttime. A little Timbits up.
My massage was great.
There you go.
Don't hit me with that.
Back to Bill Presser. So from what I was saying before, being a chef is like a long journey in itself, and to call myself a chef would be taken away from that journey. So no, I consider myself a cook. I've worked in kitchens, I've managed my own kitchens, I've ran teams of 20 or more cooks. But no, I'm not a chef, but I've learned from a lot of chefs, and I've learned from my mom, which is the best cook that I know. Have I considered doing any collabs with other YouTubers like Serpensa and Lawai? No, I haven't. Why? I didn't know who they were until you mentioned them, and I checked them out yesterday. Cool stuff that they're doing. They're in China though, so.
That would be difficult.
Yeah. Maybe do some other trips to other countries. We would love to.
Future for your eyes.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we absolutely have places that we want to go. We just have to. You've seen us. We just moved out here, and then we didn't work for a while, and we just.
We're gonna be in Hanoi for a while.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Have you reached out to Kyle if I would do an episode with them? I did when I first came here. Kyle is no longer in Vietnam, but like I said, YouTubers, they, you know, different lives and everything, never really got back to me. Anonymous wants to know, how does Brian know so much about cooking? One of my very first jobs was in a restaurant washing dishes, and then I did like the whole like get promoted up from dishwasher to prep cook to line cook to kitchen manager to, and then next thing you know, it's 10 years of my life. Maurice Lee Trung would like to know, how come you guys didn't choose to live in Saigon / HCMC instead? That's a good question.
A lot of people have asked that.
Are we still teaching? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest, how hard is it for you to find a teaching job? Seems like Mama Pho found one easier. Why do you have to do a visa run? And is it hard teaching English? On a scale of 1 to 10, being hard to find a job, for being Vietnamese Canadian, 10. I will pump out emails and messages and everything, and just with the last name, I won't even get a response. My friend, Kai, you've all seen before, will put a posting on, be like, hey, I have a Canadian friend that's looking for work, blah, 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 and she'll get, send him the contact, send him us, send him, and then she'll like link me up, and then I did all that, and they'll be like, oh, sorry. And some of them were very honest, they were like, hey, you know what, we're looking for someone that looks the part more, so 10.
I found a job right away, literally the first job or second job that I answered to on Facebook. I got the job, and is it hard teaching English? Yeah, it's hard, but it's also easy. It's dependent on whether or not you like it, and I really enjoy it, so it's not hard if you enjoy it, right? It's fun to be creative in your teaching ways, so it keeps you on your toes.
I am not teaching anymore. It wasn't
worth it.
It didn't make sense financially to like go out an hour from where we are, teach for an hour, and then come back for another hour and fight traffic on that motorbike, and then like the cost of the motor, it was just, and then Caitlin landed the dream job.
I have a dream job. I'm so grateful.
Thank you, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
That it just like, it allowed me not to anymore, so I can focus all my energies in creating these YouTube videos.
He's a stay-at-home dad.
Awesome. How come you guys didn't choose to live in Saigon?
The reason why we didn't choose to go to Ho Chi Minh City instead of Hanoi was because the last time that we visited Ho Chi Minh City, we didn't like it. That was the only factor. Also, another factor of why we chose Hanoi over Ho Chi Minh City was because we had friends up here.
Don't kill us in the comments. This is a scenario. We toured Vietnam for a whole month from north to south, and by the time we got to Ho Chi Minh, we were tired, exhausted. We, stayed, it was so hot. We stayed in a tourist district, so we don't really know.
We also stayed in a hotel room with no windows.
So we don't really know, but from that general feeling of the whole travel, we knew that we had two places that we really liked a lot more than that. One being Nha Trang, we tried it, didn't work, not enough work. Two being Hanoi, we loved it, it was quaint, it was cute, and we had friends up here. That's all.
Yeah, we really like Hanoi.
Clifford Dang, my question for you guys is, why did you decide to move to Hanoi? What is your long-term plan there? So why we decided to move to Hanoi, like we said, it was Nha Trang option 1, that didn't work out. Option 2, Hanoi. What is our long-term plan there? Long-term plan is, honestly, we sold everything in Canada and moved here, literally to start this channel and to give this channel a chance to grow. So long-term plan is to keep building on this, keep making content. You know, like now I want to spread out and start discovering smaller little areas around Hanoi more so we can venture out and build this channel, you know?
And show you guys what Hanoi has to offer.
Detroit Dave, who would win in basketball, husband or wife?
Wife.
Husband.
Wife.
Who's a better baller? Caitlin. 100%. Who would win in one-on-one? Like,
Well, you just said I was a better baller.
yeah, but that doesn't mean you would win one-on-one.
But I did win one-on-one when we played it.
1 game out of 7.
We played 7 games?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I beat you and I didn't want to hurt your ego, so I let you win the 6 times.
That's not what happened. What happened was, it's a lose-lose situation for a guy. You can't like hammer that, so, you know, so you have to win graciously. That was the plan anyways. So I let her have a couple of buckets. I thought I was gonna let her have a couple buckets, but you seen her jump shot and she just iced them in. And then I was in a big hole and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to make this back up, you know what I mean? Like, I really have to go all out just to make it respectable, and I still lost that first game. But then
he beat me.
like it's a size thing. That's why like I love the Warriors, but I don't believe in small ball, because if you play big, just like Cleveland did last year, that's it, game over, you win. Anyways, good question, Detroit Dave.
We could go on for days about that question.
We could go on for days.
Days, Dave.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Where are you going?
Okay. Sol Madrid Vasquez. We got a long set of questions right here, but let's go for it. Broke them down in categories. Thank you.
I'll be back here.
Well, if you're back. Okay, so Sol Madrid wants to know, how did we meet? What did we think of each other when we first met? Or what did we think after our first date? What attracted... It's a lot, right? Okay. How did we meet? We were both in school and then working part-time at this pub. Really awesome pub right on the seawall in Vancouver. And it was just great. It was a summertime thing, but we were in school, so it was wintertime. We never saw each other. I didn't know who she was. And I would always try, like, I had too much schoolwork. I was trying to like get rid of my shifts and be like, hey, can you take my shifts? And like, she'd leave me messages, talk to her, really cute voice and everything. Didn't know who it was though. And then finally, school year ended and it was summertime and it's a patio place, so it was full on. Then we started working together and I actually saw who she was. I'm like, oh, she's cute. And then, you know, just hanging out after work, stuff like that a couple times. And then I was like, hey, do you want to go on a date with me?
Side note, I was kind of seeing someone whenever he was interested in me, and after hanging out with him a couple times, I knew that he was the one for me. So I broke it off with the other guy and married Brian.
What did you guys think of each other when you first met? What do you think of after your first date?
When I first met Brian, I thought he was hilarious. He was just a jokester, like super silly, always made me laugh, and super kind. He was really kind, and that's what I liked about you at first.
I thought Caitlin was just this amazing energy of like fun, happiness, and like she genuinely loves people and cares about people so much. And the thing I remember the most is like, you would send me like messages, be like, have you checked, and because we both love music, have you checked out this band or whatever, or this song and stuff, and I would like check it out and be like, oh, good taste in music.
Yeah, we were totally both like into music, we still are, but yeah. I would always like tell him all the new people that I was looking into, and like he would do the same with me, and so we kind of bonded over music.
That's one of our most favorite things to do that we used to do was
before this one
was go out to concerts and like live shows and music, like our favorite thing. I don't even know what a concert is now.
But it's very fitting that she dances anytime a song comes on.
Oh my god.
It makes sense.
Yeah, this girl loves music. Like,
what did you think of each other after your first date? Same thing.
Same thing,
Yeah.
just like
more so.
Yeah. Any funny / embarrassing date stories? Like one of you tripping and falling in the mud or something?
The only thing I can think of is one of the first times I ever went to Brian's house while we were dating. It was like the honeymoon stage, and like I thought he was so hot and he thought I was so hot, and like we had a long day out in the sun or something, and we came back to his place because he needed to change. We were going out for dinner, and his bedroom was on the upstairs, and I was in the living room waiting for him, and I think I was just like on my phone like scrolling through Facebook or something, and all I heard was and I was like, oh, nice one. And he yelled out, I forgot you were here. So yeah, that broke the ice real quick, and we've been partying in front of each other ever since.
Ever since.
How did you both learn to cook so well?
Yeah. Well, everyone thinks you're a good cook. Well, you are a good cook.
I learned to cook from Brian. I did. I mean, my parents are both good cooks, but like Brian, like I wasn't interested in cooking whenever they would cook. So when I met Brian, he started cooking for me. I was like started to become interested in it more than I ever was, and he taught me how to cook. You knew that.
I think you were a good cook already when we started dating, because you like make stuff, and I was like, wow, like that's what I liked about you, that you were like,
I packed your lunches a couple
times.
times.
You were like independent, you cooked really, you know, like you made salad rolls, you made really cute stuff, and I was like, that's one of the things I really liked about you.
Aww.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess I learned from my parents originally.
Goals, where do you want to eventually take this channel? Eventually have a food travel show. I cut off the question. Where do I want to take this channel?
To higher heights.
I mean, I know and I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say something and have it a mold and have to do that, because everything is just free flowing about this, and whatever happens and works. But what I want to do is I want to continue doing what we're doing, which is just sharing our story and family life, and our family life involves a lot of food because we're both passionate about food. So I want to like still eat and talk about food and discover foods, you know. And so when that Vietnam is over, then wherever our next home base is, and that's where I see the channel, like a travel show and everything. Yeah, you know what it like.
Sure.
Send them my way.
Yeah. I mean, that's a dream to us, is to like travel around and eat our way through the world. But I think like having a baby, it's kind of different. You can't just like swing around from country to country. It's like you want to settle down in the places that you are for a while and discover it, like really discover it for a while. So we'll never be like a bouncing around travel channel, but we'll definitely be living in other places eventually.
Yeah. And Fam wants to know about my last name. Is it Tran? Is it Min? Is it Tramin? It's very unusual. Your mom and dad put the names together to make it a last name or something. What about your brothers? They have different last names than yours. My last name, Tranmin. It's one word.
My last name too.
Our last name, Tranmin. So this is what happened. When my dad immigrated to Canada, he was like, you know what? Tran, there's gonna be a million of us. So I'm just gonna take my middle name and make our last name Tranmin to make it a little bit unique. And that's what it is. We're Tranmins now. And Fam also wants to know, what is our top 3 favorite restaurants in Vancouver?
Okay, well, Bistro Wagon Rouge is on it.
Bistro Wagon Rouge, it's like a French bistro, very unpretentious. We always sit at the bar. And
very affordable.
Yeah, like affordable. Like,
delicious.
Yeah. Steak tartare, moules frites.
They always have like specials, like with charcuterie boards, so different kinds of pâtés and Rockefellers and all deliciousness.
Yeah. 1. Not in 1, 2, 3, just 1
yeah.
of the top 3.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, I would say Goo.
I definitely put Goo in there.
Yeah, Goo is definitely one of our favorite restaurants.
Japanese style tapas, Japanese pub food, lively energy, food comes out hot.
Consistent.
Yeah. You know, they yell when you come in, they yell your orders, they yell when you get out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Third one? It's gotta be a sushi joint.
Yeah.
It's gotta be a sushi joint.
Yeah. So, Kadoya?
It's gonna be tied because we will always hit up Le Petit Saigon, a pho joint, or some sort of sushi. And if it could be like, if we could always go down there and eat it, it would be Kadoya. Kadoya on Davie Street or Le Petit Saigon on Hastings Street. That's a tie for top 3.
Yeah, but then also we really like Miku where we used to work because they do a Burry style sushi and we're so into that. And then we also discovered a sushi joint in Burnaby that replicates a Burry sushi and they nail it for like half the price. So
Yeah.
Victoria Sushi in Burnaby, check it out.
It's hard. I can't.
I can't choose 3, come on, we're foodies.
Any plans exploring more of Vietnam? It's probably pretty hard while working, but what about right before? Yeah, I mean like, when the time comes when we're okay again, like we want to travel, and like we said in the cab ride, Ninh Binh, Dalat, definitely want to hit those up. Phu Quoc, you know.
I start work full time in July, so we won't be doing much traveling unless there's a holiday, but maybe before.
Yeah, and I want to do like little weekend trips, you know, like zip out places closer here and stuff like that.
Stay tuned for those trips.
Mai Nguyen would like to know, how did we meet? Answer that one. How do you motivate and balance each other?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Good question.
That's like one of the reasons why we're still together is because we are each other's opposites.
Yeah.
I'm like, go, 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 go. And Brian's like, chill, 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 chill. And whenever he needs to go, 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 he needs my motivation. And whenever I need to be chill, I need his motivation.
That's how we balance each other, and we motivate each other by just like wanting the best for our family and each other. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
If you had
Mai Nguyen, if you had only one type of cuisine for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Japanese.
Japanese?
Yeah.
One type of cuisine, Japanese.
Japanese, because my favorite foods are sushi and like Japanese tapas.
I don't know, so I'm also going to go with Japanese because that's where my wife's going, and that's a good answer.
No, because you have to choose a different one, because then if we're together, we get to have each other for the rest of our life too, so we really get two.
Brains of the operation right there.
That's how we balance each other out.
Is pizza cuisine? I hit up pizza.
Italian?
Sure, throw Italian. I'll even pass it too, but pizza I would have been happy with just that.
I didn't even touch you. Can you pass me?
Okay, Mai Nguyen would also like to know, if you could go back in time, would you sell everything again and move to Vietnam again? What other country would you consider?
Yes, if I could go back, I would do it again.
100%.
And another place that we would want to live is anywhere in Europe, basically, but probably France or Spain.
Yeah, France and Spain, big time on the list. Our last question from Mai Nguyen, can you give some a giant hug from my entire family?
Even gave her some kisses too.
Alex Beasley. Is Brian good at Vietnamese? Can you speak much because of your heritage? I tried learning, but the pronunciation is so hard that I mostly stopped studying. Although I've got about enough to easily get around the city, eat the foods I like, etc. Am I good in Vietnamese? It depends who you ask. If you ask my Uber drivers and people around here, they say I am. If you ask the commenters below, they say I am not. Liz Nguyen. How did we meet? Been through that. How long were we planning to stay in Vietnam? Been through that. What did you guys do for work before you quit and moved to Vietnam? Living in Vancouver, it is one of the most expensive cities in Canada. I worked like 3 jobs, you know. I did my cinematography work for weddings and freelance like video work. I was a bartender at a pub, and then I would do like freelance editing for people as well. So everything and anything to pay the bills.
I have been a student my entire life. Literally, I've been in school my whole life. Except while I was going to school, I would serve waitress and or bartend. And before moving out to Vietnam, I worked as a cold laser therapist at a chiropractor's office.
Okay, I think that is everyone. If I've missed any by accident or anything, I truly apologize. It was just like a big jumble of messages. Next time I have to be like, I think like my brother Quan does it, he says, put your question under my comments, so it'll be easier to find. I didn't do that, so I'm sorry if I missed any. I hope you guys enjoy that. We'll do another Q&A next time, or a live Q&A. I hear those are trending now. I don't know if you guys will be into that. Let me know. Also, does anybody know anything about getting a P.O. box in Hanoi? If you do, guys, thank you so much. This has been For Your Eyes Only. Ah!